Democratic Republic of Congo, a nation rich in resources, has long been plagued by conflict. At the heart of this turmoil lies the M23, a rebel group notorious for its brutality and exploitation of the very land it claims to fight for. This group thrives on chaos, fueled by the illicit trade of coltan, a valuable mineral essential for our modern electronics. Deep within the Congolese soil, beneath layers of conflict and suffering, lies coltan, a dull metallic ore. Unbeknownst to many, this unassuming mineral plays a crucial role in our daily lives, powering our smartphones, laptops, and countless other electronic devices. It is a vital component in the global tech industry, and its demand has fueled a dark and dangerous trade in the DRC. M23, with its iron grip on key mining areas like Ubaya, has turned this demand into a lucrative source of funding, earning an estimated $800,000 per month. This influx of cash has enabled the group to acquire a deadly arsenal, raising grave concerns about the types of weapons at their disposal and their devastating impact on innocent lives. The coltan that leaves the mines, destined for our electronics, carries with it a silent scream, a testament to the suffering it finances. The international community, aware of the link between coltan and conflict, has made efforts to promote responsible sourcing. However, the lure of profit often overshadows ethical considerations, perpetuating the cycle of violence and exploitation. As long as demand for coltan remains high, groups like M23 will continue to capitalize on its trade, casting a long and sinister shadow over the Congo. The M23's arsenal is a chilling testament to the group's disregard for human life. While concrete evidence of special weapons remains elusive, the sheer scale of their firepower, fueled by coltan profits, paints a grim picture. Reports from conflict zones suggest a toxic mix of conventional weapons, likely smuggled in from neighboring countries or acquired through illicit arms networks. Among the most concerning weapons in M23's possession are 122mm Grad rockets, notorious for their inaccuracy and devastating impact on civilian areas. These indiscriminate weapons, designed for large-scale military engagements, have no place in populated areas. Yet M23 has repeatedly deployed them, showcasing a callous indifference to the suffering they inflict. Beyond rockets, M23 is believed to possess a range of small arms, machine guns, and explosives, often obtained through porous borders and shadowy arms deals. The group's ability to maintain such a well-stocked arsenal, despite international efforts to curb arms flows, highlights the challenges in stemming the tide of violence in the region. The composition of M23's arsenal is a clear indication of their disregard for international humanitarian law. The use of indiscriminate weapons in populated areas constitutes a war crime, demanding accountability and swift action from the international community. The echoes of M23's violence reverberate far beyond the battlefield, leaving a trail of shattered lives and communities torn apart. While the group claims to fight for the Congolese people, their actions tell a different story, one marked by brutality and a callous disregard for civilian life. The use of explosive weapons in populated areas has had a devastating impact, turning homes into rubble and claiming the lives of innocent men, women, and children. From January to July 2024 alone, over 150 incidents involving explosive weapons were recorded, resulting in over 100 civilian deaths and hundreds more injured. The incidents in Bukama Mweso on January 25th, Nyanzali on March 4th, and the Goma IDP camp on May 3rd stand as grim reminders of the human cost of this conflict. These attacks, characterized by their brutality and indiscriminate nature, have left an indelible scar on the collective psyche of the Congolese people. The physical wounds inflicted by explosive weapons are often compounded by psychological trauma. The constant fear of attack, the loss of loved ones, and the displacement from their homes have left deep scars on the survivors. Medical facilities in conflict zones are overwhelmed, struggling to cope with the influx of casualties. A chilling statistic from a Goma trauma hospital reveals that 37% of injuries treated between February and May 2024 were caused by explosive weapons, a stark reminder of the brutal reality of this conflict. The international community cannot remain silent in the face of such suffering. Urgent action is needed to hold perpetrators accountable, provide humanitarian assistance to those affected, and work towards a lasting peace that ensures the safety and security of all Congolese citizens. The international community has watched with growing concern as the situation in the DRC continues to deteriorate. The United Nations, through its peacekeeping mission, has condemned the violence and launched investigations into human rights abuses. Amnesty International has called for an end to the use of explosive weapons in populated areas and demanded accountability for those responsible. However, despite these efforts, the violence continues, fueled by regional instability and accusations of external support for armed groups. The DRC government has accused neighboring Rwanda of backing M23, a claim Rwanda vehemently denies. The evidence, however, paints a complex picture. Rwanda's coltan exports saw a significant increase between 2022 and 2023, raising questions about the potential flow of resources to armed groups like M23. The international community must move beyond condemnations and take concrete steps